Ghost appears, jungle tribe finds metal bird, 1943. November 23, 1943, 13,000 feet over Agayambo Swamp, Papua New Guinea. B-17E, Flying Fortress serial, 41-2446, carries 10 crew. Captain Frederick Eatman commands from left seat. 4 Wright R-1820 Cyclone engines turn 21,000 RPM at 85% power. 8 500-pound Mark 43 bombs armed in bay. Target, Japanese convoy off Gasmata Airfield. Mission from 14-mile Airdrome, Port Moresby. Navigator, 2nd Lieutenant Warren Eaton, plots 450-mile round trip, 11:47 hours. Convoy sighted, 6 Type 94 freighters, 2,600 tons each. 2 minesweepers screening. Eatman rolls into 30-degree dive. Bombardier Sergeant William Creech opens bomb doors. Port Blister Gunner Staff Sergeant Robert Ellis counts 12 anti-aircraft bursts from Freighter 3. Zeros scramble Gasmata, 22 miles away. Swamp Ghost trails lead bomber, 322nd Squadron, 19th Bomb Group. 12.03 hours, 9 to 200 feet. Lead ship releases. Swamp Ghost drops 8 500-pounders 18 seconds later. 3 direct hits on Freighter 1. Forward magazine detonates. Orange fireball 800 feet high. Convoy scatters 12 knots. Minesweepers pump black smoke. Eatman climbs 14,000 feet for second pass. Ellis reports 15 zeros, 10 o'clock high, 11 miles closing fast. 12.18 hours. Port inboard engine misfires. Number 2, Magneto failed on takeoff. Warning lights red across panel. Eatman orders jettison bombs, lighten for ditch. 4 remaining bombs splash empty ocean 28 miles northeast. Zeros now 8 miles. Co-pilot, 2nd Lieutenant Johnny Abel, recites emergency checklist. Fuel total 22 gallons all tanks. 12:36 hours. Engine 2 quits completely. Airspeed 142 mph. Altitude 4,800 feet. Eatman announces ditching Agayambo Swamp, nearest land. Clear windows. Radio operator Technical Sergeant Johnny Shellabarger keys, 41-246, fuel exhaustion, ditching Agayambo. No reply through static. 12:51 hours. Waist gunners. Signal clear. Nose high 108 mph. Power off. Right main gear hits kunai grass first, 92 mph. Left gear collapses seconds later. Fuselage slews 38 degrees right. Propeller force severs wing root. Cockpit section breaks at radio room bulkhead. Buries nose down in 14-foot peat. Tail section skips 220 yards, settles upright on gear. November 24th, or 08:15. Yamo, age 8, fishes Eel Creek bordering Agayambo Swamp. Spots silver through kunai grass 400 yards inland. Approaches with spear. Discovers cockpit section, 4 right engines half submerged. Cockpit door sprung open, 4 bodies belted in seats. Eatman head split on glare shield, Eaton neck snapped, Abel crushed into panel, Creech impaled on yoke through windscreen. Yamo runs to village. Father convenes elders. Metal bird down, 4 dead white men, many guns inside. Anglican missionary Reverend Henry Holland arrives 14-0. Photographs bodies, removes 4 ID discs. Cables, Port Moresby, B-17E, Agayambo Swamp. Eatman, Eaton, Abel, Creech, confirmed KIA, tail section location unknown. 5th Air Force files total loss. 1944-1970, Yamo clan claims aircraft tribal war trophy. Elders declare curse. Angry spirits inside metal bird. Children forbidden within 100 yards. 6 aft crew presumed escaped or Japanese POW. Rabal records show no matches. Aircraft dropped from inventory 1945, administrative write-off. Cockpit sinks 20 inches annually. By 1970, only propeller hubs visible. Pacific Rex. Justin Talon receives Yamo grandson coordinates. 8-hour swamp trek locates B-17E, 41-2446, condition pristine. Crew escapes. 36 days swamp ordeal. Begins 1942, February 23, 1942. 11:49 hours. Agayambo swamp crash complete. B-17E, 41-2446, tail section stops 250 yards from cockpit wreckage. Waist gunner Crawford shakes blood from eyes. climbs from blister window. Ball turret gunner unbolts from mangled cage, right ankle sprained. Tail gunner Sergeant Hall grabs .45 pistol from rack. Radio operator keys final mayday before hydraulic lines rupture. Top turret gunner frees himself from twisted steel. Navigator Lieutenant Haig Ferry counts heads, all 10 bruised but walking. Captain Frederick Eaton Jr. waves from cockpit section. Everyone out. Grab survival kits. 11:55 hours. Crew assembles amid knee-deep peat. Mosquito swarms descend. Ferry inventories. 10 .45 pistols, 200 rounds, 5 morphine syrettes, signal mirrors, 3 compasses. Eaton, point southeast. Coast 18 miles. Natives friendly toward Australians. Move now before zero strafe. Crawford spots Crocodile Trail 50 yards west. Hall carries Norden bomb site manual, tears pages for tinder. Group smashes sighting mechanism with rifle butt per orders. 12.17 hours. Japanese patrol voices carry 800 yards northeast. 3 soldiers with Arisaka rifles probe crash site. Eaton signals scatter into kunai grass. Crew splits into 3 groups of 3, 1 pair. Ferry leads Eaton, Crawford southeast. Hall takes radio operator, ball turret gunner south. Top turret gunner pairs with 2 waist gunners southwest. Each carries 2 day rations, mosquito netting, 1 compass. February 24th, 04 Frau. Ferry group reaches creek line. Hears native drums 2 miles east. Natives spot mirror flashes, approach with spears. Village headman recognizes American insignia. Feeds sago paste, fresh water. Warns Japanese patrols doubled since Rabaul raid. Guides group to Australian Coast Watcher hideout 12 miles distant. Radio contact established with Port Moresby. 10 survivors. B-17E 41-2446 request extraction. February 25th to 29th. Hall group fights malaria fever. Ball turret gunner collapses. 104-degree temperature. Radio operator boils peat water. Administers quinine from survival kit. Crocodile attacks camp at night. Driven off with pistol fire. Natives bring yams. Refuse metal trade fearing curse. Hall sketches escape route on bark. 14 miles to Magistrate Station, Boona. March 1st. Top turret group reaches Salt Pan. Spots Japanese barge unloading 40mm guns. Ambush avoided by prone crawl. Waist gunner loses compass in mud. Navigate by stars, miss Coast Watcher by 6 miles. Encounter Allied natives who relay message via drum network. March 10th. Ferry group first to safety. Australian Magistrate Dobadura logs arrival. Eaton Ferry Crawford malaria positive, combat effective. Hall group arrives March 14th after 19 days. Final pair staggers in March 29th, 36 days total. All 10 treated 14-mile Airdrome Hospital. Dog tags confirm identities. 5th Air Force debriefs. Aircraft destroyed by crew, no enemy contact. March 30th, 1942. Natives return to crash site. Find cockpit sunk to engines only. Tail section vines already claim nose. Headman declares taboo. Sky Metal angry. Killed no men, but eats ground. Pig blood poured at perimeter. Children whipped if approaching. Yamo clan patrols boundary. No white men return for Metal Bird. 1943 to 1971. Crew returns to duty. Eaton flies 25 more missions, awarded Distinguished Flying Cross. Ferry navigates 40th Bomb Squadron to Japan. No official recovery ordered. Swamp Ghost drops from inventory as write-off. Local legend grows. Metal Bird eats swamp, spits angry spirits at night. Royal Australian Air Force helicopter spots green airframe through canopy break. Photographs. Serial 41-2446. Coordinates filed, no action taken. Jungle reclaims entirely. Jungle reclaims ghost, 1972. Sighting to 2006. Salvage fight, April 1942. 5th Air Force writes off B-17E 41-2446 as total loss, no recovery planned. Agayambo swamp inaccessible to heavy equipment. Boona Magistrate Alan Champion receives native reports through drum lines. Relays to Port Moresby. Crew destroyed aircraft per orders. Locals placed curse on site. Captain Frederick Eaton and 9 crew recover in hospital. Return to combat flying. Royal Australian Air Force Iroquois helicopter disturbs canopy during training flight near Agayambo Swamp. Co-pilot David Wilson spots B-17 outlined through tree break 200 feet below. Serial number 412446, partially visible on tail. Crew photographs 4 angles from hover. Radio to Townsville. Swamp Ghost located 95% intact. Engines and guns visible. RAAF headquarters files report. Recovery deemed impossible due to terrain and tribal land claims. Australian soldiers on jungle exercise stumble across wreck site. Find aluminum skin remarkably preserved in peat bog. Instruments stripped by locals years earlier, waist guns missing. Soldiers pocket rivets and nameplate fragments. Send photos to aviation magazines. David Wilson pilot's second flyover confirms no sinking occurred. Wreck remained stable 30 feet above swamp floor on collapsed gear. 1980s. Word spreads among relic hunters. PNG natives guard perimeter fiercely. Yamo clan descendants block access with spears and arrows. American enthusiast Alfred Hagen hears rumors through veteran networks. Visits Port Moresby, secures verbal permission from landowner. Locals warn, metal bird, angry spirits, many men sick after touch. Hagen treks 8 hours solo, photographs intact fuselage first outsider since 1942. Hagen publishes book Swamp Ghost with 1972 RAF and 1980s photos. Identifies aircraft as Holy Grail of surviving B-17s. U.S. government shows no interest. PNG Parliament debates salvage rights. Tribal Council declares site sacred ground. No outsider permitted. Wreck undisturbed. Vines thicken, but structure solid from acidic peat preservation. Satellite imagery detects 74-foot green anomaly in Agayambo Swamp. Cross-referenced with Hagen coordinates. Pacific Aviation Museum contacts PNG government. David Tallache offers recovery funding. Prime Minister Sir Michael Somare personally approves export permit after Hagen negotiations. Yamo clan receives compensation package. School, clinic, road improvements. 2006, February. U.S. Army CH-47 Chinooks. Lift B-17E 412446 from Peat Bog. Sling load weighs 25 tons with mud. Crew cuts vines with chainsaws. Engines removed separately by helicopter. Fuselage flown 600 miles to Lay Port. Shipped to Honolulu for restoration. Tribe attends ceremony. Pig feast marks end of 64-year taboo. Elder prays over empty crater. Skybird goes home. Spirits follow. Wreck arrives Pearl Harbor Aviation Museum. Serial 412446 confirmed. Tail markings restored. First public display 2012. Captain Eaton's son visits. Touches father's cockpit. Museum names aircraft Swamp Ghost. Yamo clan sends spear and drum as permanent exhibit. Legend transitions from curse to pride. Restoration. Saga. Illegal salvage to Pearl Harbor. 2006-2013. February 2006. Agayambo Swamp, Papua New Guinea. Alfred Hagen leads private salvage team to B-17E 412446. U.S. Army CH-47 Chinook helicopters lift 25-ton mud-caked fuselage from 30-foot peat hole. Vines sawed off. Wright R-1820 engines extracted separately. Flown 600 miles to Lay Port. PNG government unaware. Hagen claims verbal landowner permission. Yamo clan absent during lift. March 2006. Lay docks. Fuselage impounded by customs. PNG minister declares aircraft national heritage. Hagen fined $115,000 for illegal export. Pacific Aviation Museum founder David Tallache posts bail. Wreck stored outdoors 4 years under tarps. Relic hunters stripped guns and instruments decades earlier. Aluminum skin preserved by acidic peat. Serial 412446, stamped clear on tail. 2010 May. Legal settlement reached. Aircraft shipped to Long Beach, California. Transferred to Plains of Fame Museum in Chino. Hagen oversees initial cleanup. Peat mud removed by high-pressure wash. Control surfaces corroded solid. Cockpit seats collapsed. 40 gallons original 100-octane fuel drained from tanks, contaminated blue by bacteria. Talichet dies October 2010 during restoration planning. Fuselage trailered 2,500 miles cross-country to Pearl Harbor Aviation Museum. Hangar 79 storage. Museum raises $500,000 through donors. Boeing contributes technical drawings. Wright R-1820 engine blocks sent to Australia for rebuild. No running attempted, static display goal only. Plexiglass canopy recast from original molds. Tail markings repainted olive drab over neutral gray. PNG Parliament debates repatriation. Yamo clan representatives visit Lay crater site. Elder states, sky metal gone. Ground heals. No formal demand filed. U.S. State Department confirms legal export. Hagen publishes book with 1972 RAAF photos and salvage images. Names aircraft Swamp Ghost. Officially, April 10, 2013. Public debut, Pearl Harbor Aviation Museum. Captain Frederick Eaton relatives attend opening. Touch restored cockpit. 100,000 visitors first year. Interactive kiosks show 1942 mission map. Crew biographies. Drum Network escape route. Yamo Spear and Sago Bowl donated for exhibit. Serial 412446 becomes most photographed B-17 survivor. 2016-2026. Restoration continues. Hangar 79. Wing panels fabricated from 1942. Boeing blueprints. Spars X-rayed. Cracks welded. Hagen consults weekly. Museum rejects flyable conversion. Static display prioritizes historical accuracy. Annual Eaton Crew Memorial Flight by active B-17 over Oahu. Yamo school children visit via museum sponsorship. Curse transformed to cross-Pacific pride. Swamp Ghost endures. Chapter 5. Legacy secured. Swamp Ghost preserved. 2013-2026. April 10, 2013. Pearl Harbor Aviation Museum unveils B-17E 412446 in Hangar 79. Captain Frederick Eaton family attends opening ceremony. Relatives touch cockpit their father commanded. Serial number 412446 restored on tail. Olive drab paint reapplied over neutral gray primer. Yamo clan spear displayed beside fuselage. Interactive kiosks. Map 1942 Rabaul mission and 36-day crew trek. Nickname Swamp Ghost adopted permanently. 2014-2019. Alfred Hagen continues advocacy. Hosts webinars detailing 2006 salvage challenges. Shares 1972. RAAF aerial photos showing pristine wreck. Boeing donates 1942 engineering blueprints. Museum X-rays wing spars for corrosion. Plexiglass canopy remolded to original specs. Tail gunner station rebuilt empty per federal regulations. Wright R-1820 engines disassembled in Australia for inspection only. 2020-2021. COVID-19 pandemic closes museum 18 months. Virtual reality tour launches online. Millions view 360-degree fuselage interior. Hagen lectures via Zoom about PNG impoundment and a $115,000 fine settlement. 5th Air Force veterans donate crew service records for digitization. Restoration pauses due to supply chain disruptions. Raise the Roof campaign begins for Hangar 79. Phase 1 roof repairs completed January 2022. Phase 2 skylight restoration underway. Phase 3 expansion planned. Swamp Ghost anchors. 20 Pacific Warbirds collection. Robert Eaton's son, aged 94, memorialized by B-17 flyover. Museum publishes digitized maintenance logbook from 412446, January 11, 2026. Current status Hangar 79. Restoration advances steadily toward static display completion. Control surfaces freed from rust. Antenna mounts reinstalled. Annual visitors exceed 200,000. Yamo landowner descendants Acknowledge compensation package. School and clinic built from 2006, salvage funds operational. Hagen, age 72, consults remotely on final details. Sole surviving B-17E model endures. From Agayambo swamp curse through illegal recovery controversy to aviation sanctuary. Crew legacy preserved in restored seats. Tribal taboo transformed to shared Pacific pride. Swamp Ghost stands eternal witness to 1942 survival against impossible odds. Survive 36 days in WWII Swamp or Die. Swamp Ghost crew did. Real story. 5 chapters. Like if you'd make it, comment your escape plan, subscribe for Chapter 6 twist.